Oh crap. Got it the wrong way. Give everybody a few minutes to get up in here. Give me a sound check as y'all come in. Let me know what's good. I ain't got the headset in and stuff, Mr. Hicks. All right. Hey, you at the house, Mr. Hicks? Cause if you in Raleigh, I know this something unrelated to trucking, but you know they House of Rayford got them well they probably sold out now and stuff though. All right, preacher, hey preacher, what's going on? I got a chance to check out your videos and everything and stuff. Hold up, let's see before I lose focus. The House of Rayford, they supposed to be giving out what a certain they got a surplus of chicken that they got on sale now. All right, D Rich, they supposed to have this stuff on sale and everything, but they said it was in Raleigh or whatever. They made it, it was on Facebook, so I don't know how much of a big deal it was, but I couldn't make it in. Hey, so anyway, I guess today's topic is gonna be in stuff. Don't let people. Don't let people tell you about trying to do something that they themselves and stuff aren't doing. Cause everybody's talking about right now and stuff with the with trucking right now and stuff. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Hey, listen, I'm very, my condolences go out to you and your family and stuff, man. I'm real sorry to hear that about your real sorry to hear that about your uncle, man. You know. Um so, it just the yeah, I mean it's a serious deal out here and stuff. Y'all saw last week, I was battling um I was battling stuff with my sickness and stuff like that and everything and stuff. And it got pretty bad and stuff. It got pretty bad and stuff, man. And so I'm now, I'm just now getting over, getting over my illness and stuff. I mean, people can say what they, I don't even want to put. I'm not even gonna speculate, but you know, I never. There are sicknesses that I've had, and when you had the flu and stuff like or you had the common cold and stuff like that. You know how that feel and stuff like that. But when you have something unfamiliar, you know, when you have something unfamiliar and you're trying to shake it and it ain't going nowhere, you know, and the medication and stuff ain't working and stuff like that, man. It just make you, you know, even though somebody telling you one thing, I mean, I guess you trust the experts or whatever and stuff, but man, it's just, hey, it could have been a lot, could have definitely been a lot worse. I just wish my appetite would come back, cause I ain't ate nothing. I haven't eaten nothing in 4 days, man, and I mean, usually I be done lost my mind and stuff like God. I gotta have something to eat, but that staying there and stuff, man. I ain't nothing in 4 days and ain't missed nothing. I tried and I can't do it, man. I just try to get a sandwich and stuff, man. I bit into the sandwich and I sat it down and started watching videos and stuff like that. Next thing you know, I just forgot all about it. I'm like, oh man, I got that sandwich over there. Yeah, but I ain't hungry. I'll get it later. And then it just wind up, you know, a couple hours later and stuff. I said, man, I ain't eating that sandwich. But yeah. Um, let's see. Oh, the truck with blue money. He said, what did he ask me? Um, what are the rates like for me? Well, I'm leased. So, when you lease, when you lease the stuff, for the most part, a lot of them got a lot of contract freight and stuff. And so, I want to go on and speak on that too and stuff. Cause, you starting to hear a lot of you're starting to hear a lot of guys and stuff get out here and calling people stupid. Oh, well, y'all just stupid truck drivers for doing this. And you know what? You shouldn't be doing that because you stupid. Then, and all this other nonsense and stuff. But what I'm saying, I'm not seeing no science that fall behind that. If you're gonna say something, you want to make sense and give people clarity. Okay, get a breakdown. Don't say, well, you need multiple strands of income, and then you're not trying to recommend, somewhere where a person can go and stuff, to start investing or how much money is going to cost and so on and so forth. Never see that. It's just, oh, well, you should just have that and you don't have it, then you stupid, you know. And it's a bunch of stuff that's going on out here and stuff. And then it's like, oh, well, the seasoned driver should know this and the inexperienced person it's just, you know, hey, some individuals, you caught a break. You know, you caught a break. Things worked out for you. And you're not going through the struggle like you used to. But you still don't want to bring no science to anybody else and stuff to give them clarity, so that they don't go through the same, they make the same mistakes that you made. See, that's projection. That's projection. That's all it is and stuff. And so I guess for some people, it make them feel good, to be in that position where you could just say, well, hey, man, let's see, what did it say? Get Irish moss for your immune. Get Irish moss for your immune system. Has 62 minerals. Get your boiling water, squeeze 2 green lemons, smash. Wait a minute, hold up. 4 aspirin for the virus would peak for 3 days, and you will be brand new. Okay. That's, you say Irish moss? Huh. Okay, all right. Irish moss. Okay. I guess the other stuff can be easy to obtain. But yeah, I'm feeling all right now and stuff. Like last week, I was just, man, coughing and you know running nose and all that stuff there and everything. So I'm fine now. But yeah. Listen, okay. First things first. Everybody got to understand, about about the situation that's going on and stuff with the 19, with the 19 name, right? We can't say it and stuff, of course. But the thing I'm saying is, it's something that's brand new that has never happened in the history of the industry. And because of that and stuff, there aren't, you got essential, non-essential, stuff like that. It's something that's brand new. So, people are saying, okay, you should have a fallback. There are no fallbacks because every strand of income has been affected. And I would think that a person that's supposed to call itself seasoned, right, about knowing about, financial literacy and stuff should understand that all forms of finance and stuff has been affected. That's why they authorized this $2 billion slush fund. Okay, it's $2 billion slush fund. They just signed that, so I would think somebody that understands financial literacy would understand that perspective to know that all strands of income has been affected. So you can't have multiple strands of income, right? Okay, well, the industry isn't doing well right now. It's not doing well no matter where you go. So, the answer to it is just to call everybody stupid for not preparing. You see what I'm saying? Just call everybody stupid for not preparing and stuff, when the reality is that, it's affected everybody. It's affected everybody. Those that still, we understand why we have to work and stuff like that. Some people are able to. Some people are, as far as like getting your bills and stuff paid, they're doing forgiveness for some people, and some folk they not. And so for the most part, you just got to get out here and do what you got to do right now with what you can. That's all you can do. Ain't nothing stupid about that. You see what I'm saying? You just got to make the best of the situation that you're in and protect yourself as much as possible. Wash your hands, get your face mask and stuff, disinfectant, whatever you need. You see, it's nothing dumb about that stuff. Well, you're supposed to always have a plan. You're supposed to always have a plan and stuff. Nobody expected this to happen. Now, the thing is, if we have a pandemic next year, then we'll know what to do. You see what I'm saying? Because it's not brand new. We can take from this situation, learn from it, do a summary, and then plan accordingly and stuff. And so if the same thing happens next year, okay, yeah, then we can speak a little bit intelligently and stuff about, okay, well, some preventative measures. But if it's the first time, right, then good gracious, man, everybody's not going to know everything and stuff. And so, you just, some people just happen to be in a situation to where, their finances and stuff are not that much of a burden. Okay. You was able, you paid your stuff off. That's fine. That's wonderful. Okay. Now, as for the rest, what do people do? You're supposed to be caught in a situation where, all right, I'm not supposed to purchase nothing. You don't supposed to purchase anything, but then you're trying to have something. So even if you don't go through the path of financing this stuff, right, saying, well, all right, I'm trying to save up my capital or whatever, so I can go buy these things straight out. Okay. You still going to make that purchase. And because you're making that purchase, right, okay, you're not supposed to have done that. So what are you supposed to do and stuff, being a minimalist, right? And I understand that, being a minimalist. But the thing is that somewhere you're going to have to make a purchase. Somewhere you're going to have to make a purchase and stuff. And so, yeah, you get your stuff down to a minimum. But, eventually you're going to have to make some kind of purchase. And then, because you made your purchase and stuff like that, and you free and clear, and you made your money back and stuff, okay, that's good for you. But then some of us, that ain't the case. You get caught up right in the midst of something going on and stuff. And so, that happens to be the case here. But don't let nobody tell you and stuff that, well, don't let nobody tell you and stuff about this situation here and stuff and how you supposed to been prepared for it. Nobody was prepared for it. Nobody. This is a world pandemic. Nobody's prepared for it. Look at the death toll, man. Nobody was prepared. You see what I'm saying? You do the best that you can with the hand that you dealt. That's the thing there and stuff. And so that we start looking at situations and stuff later on, right? So that if you run into something similarly, right, then you can prepare. It was always a possibility. But you see what I'm saying? Possibilities and stuff. I mean, it's always possibilities for anything. But I mean, this is a very real thing and stuff. And so now you have the chance to look at it and analyze it and prepare in this situation. See, but oh well, truck drivers, truck drivers and stuff, no matter what you are, company driver, lease driver, own operator, whatever, you know, if you ain't got $100,000 in your bank account and stuff, then you stupid. You ain't got multiple strands of income, you stupid. That's all I'm hearing, you know. But I'm just saying at the same time though, for the individuals who speak that, and stuff, and I get messages about, well, how do you feel about this particular person and stuff? I mean, okay, all right, you know, only thing you have to do is just, hey, you follow them and stuff, follow them long enough, and then they'll tell on their sales eventually. They'll tell on their sales eventually and stuff. And so, if that's what they recommended, then okay, see if they're gonna shut down for 2 months then. See if they're gonna shut down for 2 months. See if they got the same capital that they saying you supposed to have and stuff, right? And see if they're gonna ride this thing out. What they gonna do the next live at and stuff. Probably in their truck. Sound like, let's see, Be Smooth. Yeah, somebody told me about Be Smooth. Somebody told me about him and stuff, and so it ain't him. It's some more people. It's some more people. But like I said though, you watch their lives and stuff long, and see how long. Let's see what it say. Most people might have enough funds to cover them for 1-2 weeks now, and that's being and preacher, that's being real. That's being real and stuff, man. I mean, I always tell people and stuff, man, your circumstance is what's going to signify what you can and can't do. Your circumstance, man. You see what I'm saying? Nobody came into the industry, right? Nobody came into the industry and stuff unless you automatically knew from a young person that this is what you was going to do. Like I said, 18 years. I got 18 years in the industry. So I started driving truck when I was 21 because I knew this is what I was going to do. I knew this was what I was going to do and stuff. But, you got people, man, in their 30s. You got people in their 30s, people in their 40s and stuff, man, that's deciding, okay, hey, man, listen, now I want to start driving truck. After doing something else and stuff, they're getting into this. And so, just like that, I lost my chain of thought. I can't believe it. Just like that, I lost my chain of thought, man. And it was gonna make a real good point. But I knew this was what I was gonna do for a living, from a very young age and stuff. But some people say, well, they get into other career fields. Okay, now I'm back on track. Excuse me. Some people go into other career fields and stuff like that, and they say, well, let me try out this trucking thing and stuff like that. This ain't, trucking is not the first choice for a lot of people. Despite the fact that this industry being as big as it is and stuff, it's not the first choice for a lot of people. Your circumstance is what's going to determine how long you stay out here and stuff. You got, hey, you just, you get into this and stuff like that. Of course, you want to get, a person wants to get, you're going to get into a relationship, and relationships are going to, they're going to manifest into things and stuff. You're going to have children, or, you're going to get married and stuff like that. And so, with those things there and stuff, who wants to stay out here 14 to 21 days and stuff, and then you talking about working on a marriage, raising children and stuff. Yeah, even though technology is as great as it is, and stuff, it's still, it's just not enough and stuff. You can't raise children on FaceTime. You could sit there, you could tell, you could tell them certain things and stuff like that, but it still take you physically having to be there to take, to do a lot of things. And so the whole institution of family and stuff, man, I mean, we don't even have that structure and stuff going on. You know, you don't have that structure going on. And then on top of that and stuff, you out here away from home and stuff like that. And every time they show truck drivers and stuff, we always got smiles on our faces driving down the highway, on some beach somewhere and stuff, just living a good life. And not understanding, the real hustles and bustles and stuff, So you got to debate, you got that stuff right there going on. So nobody, I mean, you're not going to come out here knowing everything and stuff. You ain't going to know, okay, well, a person that doesn't have children is going to do better in this industry than somebody, those who don't have children are going to do better than those who do have children. You see what I'm saying? From a mental perspective. From a mental perspective. Because, shoot, you don't have children, you ain't got no, you're not worried about somebody doing something to them as opposed to somebody, you have children and then you thinking like, man, shoot, I hope my kids are here safe. You going down the highway and stuff like that. And then, it kind of hits you like, daggone, that could be my kids and stuff right there in that car. And then some knucklehead wants to get out here and stuff and they want to do some harm to my family and stuff like that and everything. You call and you check and stuff like that. As opposed to a person that doesn't have it, your mental game and stuff like that, it's in two different spots. Something go down and stuff, man, something goes down and stuff, man, with your family, you want to go there, you want to be home with your family. But see, if you don't have that, then you ain't got that to worry about. But I mean, shoot, it's just, hey, some people's circumstances, like, hey, you had children, and you decided to get out here and stuff to drive trucks. That means you stupid. You stupid because you went out here and got married, and and this ain't no job for married people. Because you married and you in a relationship, you stupid. You a stupid truck driver. That nonsense, man. It's just it ain't. Let's see. I know what. This woman sent me a message, and she asked me, "Is there a template? Is it a template for starting? Is it a template for starting a business in trucking, right? Or just getting into the whole trucking thing? Is there a template? And if so and stuff, could I explain it?" And the answer, there is no template. There is no template. It's not like, okay, making $100 bill and stuff like that. You just press it and that's that. Okay, everybody follow this one system right here and this guarantees success. It's no template out here. Trucking with Blue Money. Do I have any children? I don't have any kids of my own and stuff. Oh, but since you mentioned that and stuff, I do need an explanation. I do need to explain myself and stuff. I don't have children of my own and stuff, but I did help raise well, it's not a template for that either. I do have let's see. I have 3 children that I raised with my second wife. And so, I guess I gotta explain that situation and stuff there. All right, you remember last Saturday, right? Okay, last Saturday I posted up on YouTube story and stuff about that Dodge Charger and stuff, right? I sat there, took a picture of it and everything. Okay, now here's the story and stuff and how that came to be. All right, So I got in town Saturday morning, and I went around there to the house. And when I got to the house, I seen the car parked out there in the road. And when I seen the car, I immediately got upset because I said, man, wait a minute, who dude, what kind of man is parking this car in front of my house? And cause mind you, I just bought my son, my second oldest and stuff. I just bought him a car and stuff. And so I see his car, and my daughter, she had a brand new Nissan, what was it? A Nissan Altima and stuff. So I'm looking for that. And I see the Charger stuff there. I said, man, wait a minute, hold up. What the heck? I mean, the Challenger. And so, you know, I get to the house and then I remembered the week before I got home. I mean, she was calling me like crazy and stuff, man. And so, you know, of course I was sleeping and everything. And then by the time I got back with her and stuff, she said, never mind. And so I'm like, well, I wonder what it, you know, whatever it was, I guess it took care of itself and stuff. So that's what it was right there. She took her brand new car and traded in and got the Challenger and brought it to the house and left it parked out there in the street. And then I seen it. And, and so, you know, it's the same, you know, first thing I'm thinking about chasing Andrews stuff. So I said, man, shoot, let me post this up and everything. And then, you know, I post the picture and stuff like that. And I figure, you know, everybody pretty much catch on, like, you know, oh man, they ain't his car, you know. They ain't his car and stuff. But the thing about my children is that when you know, two things I asked them to do and stuff. I asked them, number one, graduate high school. And number two, I wanted them to travel internationally. I want them to travel internationally, which means that they need to get a passport and stuff. I said, that's the only condition. If you do those two things, then stuff, I'll help you get a place. If you don't, then, you know, you're free to go. You know, you're free to get your own place stuff if you want to, but I'm not going to help you. And the reason being is because I feel that, you know, children need to understand the importance of traveling internationally, not just, okay, I'm gonna go on vacation, go to Florida, or go to the beach and stuff like that. That's low hanging fruit. It's too easy, you know. But the importance of traveling and stuff, you know, so that they have a well diverse mind. So when they get settled, they can, you know, they can move into things and stuff, you know, a lot more comfortably, as opposed to, you know, never doing anything and stuff like that, then rushing to get money, and then now, okay, now I'm gonna live this dream life and stuff, right? And go out there and get into something foolishly, you know. Cause I mean, they weren't born with silver spoons in their mouth and stuff like that and everything and stuff. I try to provide the very best I can, you know. But it's just, and I tell them is that, you know, it's kind of unfortunate that, you know, the money started coming when everybody get old and stuff. You know, I'm old and everything, and they, you know, they grown and stuff like that and everything. You know, I wish I could have, you know, when they was younger and stuff like that, we could have went to Disney World and all that stuff. To see now, we go to we can go to Disney World, no problem. But the thing is, everybody grown now. You know, everybody grown, so, you know, big grown tail people ain't going. You know, I can't. You know, my 19-year-old, he always, you know, he with his girlfriend and stuff, and you know, my daughter and everything and stuff, she in law enforcement, so I mean, you know, go figure, right? So I mean, it's just, I can't, tell them and stuff. I mean, they got their own lives and stuff like that. So I can't. Okay, stop what y'all doing. Let's go down here to Florida and you know try to give you the best life that I could. When y'all was young and everything. So I just tell them like, no, um, just tell them to stay at the house. They don't have to pay no rent, no bills, nothing like that and stuff, man. Just take your money, save it up, but get your passport and go on a real vacation. They get money and stuff, and you know, so don't buy a bunch of shoes and stuff like that. And they go on a real vacation. You know, I'm talking about something out of country, man. Go to India. Go to India. Go to Europe. India, Europe, Africa. You know, go somewhere internationally and stuff, and broaden your mind and stuff. So when you come back, that you're not sitting and making any kind of excuses about, well, I wasn't able to do certain things and stuff when I was young or whatever. So I mean, that's the thing there and stuff. So until they do that, so but at the same time, when you stand in a place and you don't have to worry about paying bills and stuff like that, you can go get new cars and stuff like, which is something else. I mean, yeah, I guess I couldn't buy the car and stuff myself, but I mean, they got their money, they fixed their credit and went out there and getting cars and stuff like that and everything. So, at least they doing that right. But I guess that was a bit of a long story, but for the most part, that was staying there. Oh, and she won't let me drive the car either. Funniest thing, man. I just, you know, she got it parked all in the yard and everything, but I can't drive. She give me a ride in it, but she won't let me drive it. So yeah, shout out to my kids and everything. And another sad thing too. I guess I'm sitting over here in the truck stop. I'm sitting over here in this truck stop and everything, and I'm not at the house. Something else happened. Got a phone call yesterday. Come find out that where she work at, her instructor tested positive for her instructor tested positive and stuff, right? And so she had to get tested. And so being that she was around her brother and her mother, now they all in isolation. They all in they all in quarantine until they get the test results back. So I can't even go to the house. I can't even go to the house till they get the test. They get the test results. So I'm stuck out here. But so yeah, she can't even drive a car even if she wanted to. Well, hold up, let's see. Is it a V? I think it is. Yeah, it's a V8. It's not the SRT though. It's not the SRT and stuff. She just got the regular V8. Cause what I was saying was, if it wasn't a V8, you had a Nissan Altima, which was a 6. You could have kept that car and stuff and just been happy with the Altima. Like, what's the difference? Straight him. Yeah. Trying to think. No, I don't think that's. Yeah, yes, straight him. But like I said, I never got to drive the car. I just took a picture of it and that was it. Um, so yeah. Um, what's the other thing and stuff? Another guy had messaged me about about the Lone Mountain videos and stuff I did, particularly the new trucks and stuff, and how so he gave me a breakdown, the same breakdown that I gave and stuff like that. And so the same thing, like I was saying before, is that having a new truck is not a death sentence. Having truck payments is not, it's not a death sentence, man. It's not. Let's see. Me personally, I would get a muscle car if it ain't the big motor. Yeah, you know the truck payments, right? If you got, it's nothing wrong with having a truck payment as long as you understand how to make the payment. Then it's not going to be a big deal to you. It's not. The payments become a big deal when you got to learn everything all at one time. Like, just like I was saying before and stuff, that a lot of people that go to Lone Mountain, to get a truck, they're usually going to another company. Like, well, I'm starting at Mercer, I'm starting at Landstar. So you got to learn everything. You got to learn the company. You got to learn the company you lease with, the ins and outs of that and stuff, and you got to learn this truck and stuff you're driving at the same time. And so it's like, when I made my transition to get this truck here, the place I was at, I was with Big Rock Transportation. I've been with them guys over 5 years, so I knew how to make money over there. So it was no big thing and stuff. When I told, like I said, when I told Lone Mountain, one of the questions they asked me, what are you gonna do with the truck? Well, I'm carrying it back over here to this carrier that I've been with for 5 years. And, I'm confident I know how to make the money and stuff over here to make the payments. Simple as that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have risked it. Cause I had a truck. Sky Rooster was paid off. Sky Rooster was paid off and stuff, and so I had that truck over, truck and trailer a year paid off and stuff like that. So it was no. I could have just stayed in that truck, kept on driving and stuff, and that was it. It's just I wanted to be a little bit more comfortable. I wanted to be a little bit more comfortable. And like I said, if they would have had them W9s and stuff in stock, that's what I would be in. Brand new W9. How many trucks I have? Just this one, cause I gave Sky Rooster away. Yep, I gave up Sky Rooster. I was gonna try the fleet thing and stuff like that, but it's just my presentation and stuff, it wasn't something that I presented to people and something that they wanted to do. 98 cents in Michigan. That's a shame. That's a shame. Let's see. I just found the channel yesterday. Okay. And I appreciate you. I appreciate you being here. Okay. Now, chasing that. What's going on, bros, man? Hey, listen, loving life. Just got over this sickness, and I can't go home because the people at the house were around other people who had the 19, and so I gotta wait for those results and stuff, and so it sucks. But but since you mentioned that 98 cent a gallon and stuff, right? The gas. Okay, I want to go and talk about this spot market stuff, right? Let's see. It's going. Oh man, head gasket. Damn. A head. The head gasket. That's what was causing. That's what was causing that coolant leak. Cause, damn, you got a blown head gasket. Could that have came from? Okay, with the head gasket, did that come from the fact like? Cause I know when you drove the truck home. All right, when you drove the truck home and stuff. Okay, all right. I watched the stories and everything, and so that's why I was kind of. You made it home though, and it took 6 gallons of coolant to get it from. All right, 6 gallons. So you just gonna do the head? You just gonna do the head gasket, or you gonna have to redo the whole head? Cause usually when all right, you usually when you mess oh crap. When you messing with the head gasket, um you got some indicators and stuff before it go bad. It's like you gotta when they let's see, it's not my mechanic said 25 hour job. Okay, when they did your bottom end, right? Let's see. Wow. All right, when they did your bottom end, that's when he could have told you right then and stuff what was going on, like with your. Cause see, a gasket, okay, your head gasket wears out over time. It's not like okay, boom, head gasket gone and stuff, and that's that. It wears out over time and stuff like that. And so when they did your bottom end, when they was doing your bottom end, that's when they could have told you right then, hey dude, um, bad news, man. You getting, um, because when coolant gets inside that block, it it shows. It shows and stuff for the most part and stuff. And the thing is, they could have seen it, called it, took care of it and stuff like that. But I guess it is what it is at this point. It's just it just I mean, you already did the bottom end. So if you do the top end, if you get that head gasket, you might as well go and do top end. Just go ahead, get the heads clean, send them off and stuff like that, or just buy your new set of heads. Let's see, let's see, there was no signs, not even. See, that's the thing. That's the thing there and stuff, guys. That's the thing there and stuff because if it's not in the oil sample, right? If it's not in the oil sample, then you got to see it somewhere. It's either gonna start. It's gonna my mind's just everywhere and stuff. Okay, when you blow a head gasket and stuff, when you start pouring in that coolant, if it's bad enough, let's see, did you pay off your truck yet? No, my truck's not paid off yet. But here I go trying to be a scientist and all this stuff here and there. All right. It wasn't in. Well, let me ask you this: how did they come up with that conclusion that you need a head gasket? That's the most important thing and stuff. How they come up with that conclusion? Now I would say I'm not 100% sure it's the head gasket. When I took it back to the mechanic that did the coolant pipe, they said it was the number 6 cylinder head gasket on the passenger side. Okay. Here's the thing. What I'm saying, if it was your head gasket, you wouldn't have made. First of all, you wouldn't have made it back from Dallas. You wouldn't have made it back from Dallas to Memphis. Even with that trailer and stuff, you wouldn't have made it back. I understand having a coolant leak and stuff like that, but you wouldn't have made it back and stuff, man. Cause your truck would have just kept overheating and stuff, and that was that. That'll be the end of it. You would just had to constantly keep stopping, that sort of thing. That's number one. Number two and stuff, there would have been some signs and stuff like that. Like, you know, if you you got if it was bad and it's coming through the number 6 hold up. Let me make sure I'm reading this thing right. If he's saying that it came through the number 6 cylinder, when the coolant gets in there, when the coolant gets in there, when it starts to burn it's gonna be a whole bunch of white smoke coming out of your stack. Every time you crank your truck up, it's gonna be a whole bunch of white smoke and stuff coming out of there because, you know, coolant isn't supposed. It's not supposed to combust and stuff. And so, you know, then you're gonna smell it real heavy too. You're gonna smell it real heavy. It's like every time you crank the truck up and stuff, especially when when your engine fan kick on, that's when you smell it real like, man, wait a minute, something ain't right. No smoke coming out of the stack. Well, then I don't know what he talking about then, cause if the coolant is getting inside the number 6, and if it's getting inside your cylinder, that's where it's got to go somewhere. No smell, no check. Then it's not head gasket. It's not your head gasket. Cause like I said, fix the fan clutch, bro, but the emission truck set to kick in on unacceptable. Get to. But I mean, here the thing though, Sun Water Flow. All right. The only way I could see that the head gasket went bad was when you with the leak and stuff, and no, you know, I can't even see that because you didn't run the motor enough to where it got hot, and when it got hot, it warps the cause all coolant does and stuff, it just keeps your motor maintained. it keeps your motor maintained at a certain temperature and stuff, so that your precious metals and everything, they don't heat up. And so, with your gasket, your gasket is right between, your head gasket and your the block of your motor. You made it home, so it maintained the temperature not hot enough to where, it would start affecting Yeah, let's see, fan 200, but I never let it get hot. I feel so. See, I don't know. I don't know what that guy talking about, man. He just need to go on. What that dude need to do is go ahead, fix that daggone fix that leak. Go ahead and fix that leak and be done with it. Cause I don't I don't even see how he said the coolant got into the number 6 injector unless he took the head off. Unless he took the head off, or unless he dropped the oil and he seen the coolant and stuff in there. It just there's just no way. Your truck ain't overheating. The coolant ain't coming out the pipe. It ain't coming out the stack. That's it. But the shop don't work on. Let's see. It was literally my first time. Yeah. Okay. Well, lesson. Hey, we learn from our mistakes and stuff like that and everything. It is what it is. Just take it to somebody. Those guys that did your bottom end and stuff like that. I just run it to them. And that's that. But shit, that he talking about you need some head, you need a head gasket, man. Shoot. No, he need to get his head examined. Is what he need, Yeah, okay. He's not he ain't losing in the reservoir. So like I said, let's see. Learn big time. I'm trying to cut corn. No, don't get me wrong now. You not cutting corners by going to a person that charge $85 an hour. Just because, heck, a person can charge you $200 an hour and stuff, and they can do the same. They can still do the same messed up work. It ain't about how much money you spend. It's just the people who do the work. That's what it all boiled down to. That's what it all boiled down to. Yeah, cause I got in here and I was going to take a shower. I was going to take a shower and everything and stuff. And so I said, I figured, let me go ahead and do this live. But yeah, just because you found somebody $85 an hour, man, look, hey, this truck been to the shop 9 times behind the emission, and they never got it fixed. Freightliner's Insane told me 50-hour job, $175 just. Yeah. Now, you never go to the only reason why. The only reason why you go to the manufacturer is just to get parts. That's it. The service. That's why they charge such a ridiculous fee and stuff, because they really don't want you coming in there. The only reason why the manufacturers are open is for the people who buy new trucks and got warranties. They got to fix them according to the contract. That's the thing there and stuff. But you ain't got no new truck, you ain't got no contract with Freightliner and stuff. Yeah, they're gonna fix your truck and stuff, because they ain't gonna turn down the money. Well, they're gonna do the work, but they ain't gonna fix it though. You see what I'm saying? Cause like I said, my truck, that's what I thought. Go to Freightliner, because they the manufacturer, they got all the stuff, $145 an hour and stuff, man. Shoot. Let's see, even the diagnosis take $175. Yeah. You know how it is. Going in there, you go on Freightliner and stuff, $175 an hour, 2-hour diagnose. They'll let you know in 2 hours what you need. And then you go from there. You see what I'm saying? That whole thing is set up The only trucks they want to see in there is brand new trucks under warranty. That's it. They got to fix them, and that's because they belong to the brand. That's it. But as far as like, you know, your truck got some years and stuff on it, you ain't supposed to go back in there for nothing. But at the same time, a mechanic ain't supposed to be coming back and telling you, oh well, because you got a Mercedes-Benz motor and stuff, right? That somehow you got, oh, this is rocket science. Intercooler can leak, turbo can leak, or injector can leak, but the signs are lost in the cooler tank if they're yeah. Dang, I was coughing again. Yeah, that right there, that right there and stuff, man, that really kind of burned me up, man. But dude, get you a second opinion, man. You know, get you a second opinion. Whoever would make them the people who fix that coolant leak, let them fix it and let them fix it and be done with it. But you know, let's see, Jay Ross. Hey, what's going on, Mr. Russo? Everything. How many miles do you have on your truck now, and are you pretty close? Yeah, my truck will be paid off in October, and I got 723,000 miles on it. So my goal was to have it paid off with 750,000. Does it leak or does it pour? Does it leak as you pour it in your truck? Chef of the Tanker, you gotta go to check out Chasing Andrew, his YouTube story. Go on the YouTube stories and stuff, and you can get a better look at it that way and stuff. The video talks about it, but if you really want to see it and stuff, just go on the YouTube story. Yeah, man. Yeah, appreciate it. But yeah, daggone, man. That But yeah, don't let them guys don't let them guys talk about putting a head gasket in. Yeah, you need a head gasket and stuff. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. There is no way. You know, like I said, if you needed one, it shows signs. Your truck got to be overheating. But you know your truck overheating because you got a leak coming from that line or whatever and stuff like that. You know, that's why you have, if you have any kind of overheating issues, it's got to show up somewhere. It's got to be coming out. It's got to be you know, he's saying it's in the numbers. I don't even see how he came up with that being in number 6. I'm about to drive over there and take a closer look. Truck is parked outside front. They don't do that type. I didn't know y'all was leaving that early. Hey, Sun Water, right message, wrong people. Yeah, damn. Yeah, if they don't do that work and stuff, then I don't know what the heck they talking about. Then just are they gonna at least fix the problem and stuff? You know, with that leak. That's the first thing. Fix that leak. Yeah, you fix that leak and stuff, man. I can't. No, head gasket, no. I'm not even accepting that. I'm not even accepting that and stuff, guys. If it was it'd be some more problems. And truth be told, you can still, if your head gaskets, you can still rock and roll with it as long as you keep cooling in it. That's the problem. The new coolant pipes they install aren't leaking. The coolant is coming between the block and the head. What? That's huh. That's a new one. That's a new one to me. That that's a new one to me, man. They saying that the coolant they saying the coolant is coming out because even if that's okay. That okay, listen. That right there, let's just say that is the case, right? I'm gonna do a video up. Okay. Let's just say that is the case, right? It wouldn't come from that part. It wouldn't come from that part of the motor. You see what I'm saying? I mean, it's God, I don't know how to explain. To explain it, it'll take all day. But you see how my mind is just like it's boggling stuff around. Dude, it's just to me what it sounds like is that they did the work. Yeah, okay. They did the work and you took it back and now they want to say it's something else and it ain't that right there, no. That right there, no. That just if the gasket is bad, your coolant's gonna leak on the inside. It ain't gonna leak on the outside. Okay, now it could be your EGR cooler, and that's if I'm a betting man, I'm willing to bet that's what it is. It's probably your EGR cooler. If I had to put some money on this stuff, it had to be your it would probably have to be your EGR cooler. But that's what that is, then stuff, man. I mean, cause yeah, and you know what? He can do that. He can do that. It ain't no problem. In fact, that needs to be done and stuff. In fact, that needs to be one of the things and stuff that you take care of. If they happen to say anything about your EGR, period. If they say anything about that, you tell them that you want the surgery. Elect to get the surgery and stuff done, and they'll take care of that. But I'm guessing that's what that is, man. It sounds like the EGR feels right. Yeah. I would go to EGR cooler before the heads. Because like I said, the heads, it's when your head go and stuff, it's usually it's not the out. Let's see. Okay. It's usually something on the inside that makes it go, the coolant, yeah, let's see, you'll lose power. Yeah. And like, no loss of power. Like I said, you could not have made it back from Dallas to Memphis with no trailer. Regardless if it was empty, you wouldn't have made it down there. In fact, you wouldn't have made it there. If your head was bad, you wouldn't have made it there without it overheating. 70-mile-an-hour empty trailer. You couldn't have done that. Now no bad head gasket. You wouldn't have made that. You wouldn't have made that. Yeah, he was empty, now he loaded down there and stuff, he came back empty. But the thing is, let's see, pull the oil cap out. See if he had a bottom end done. Check for the tank. He had the bottom end done, so they would have called. Let's see, the bottom end was done 2 months ago. They would have called it then. The gasket just don't go out like that. It takes time, but usually when you do your bottom end, that's when they let you know what's going on. Because when they take that block, when he take it and he start breaking that stuff down, you gonna smell it. You gonna catch it somewhere in the oil pump. You gonna catch it in the oil pump, in the oil, in the burns. You gonna catch it somewhere. See, I was loaded 78,000. Didn't see a leak literally till I unloaded. Seen all the coolant in front of the truck. Yeah, so it's just you got some. It's a coolant line, man. It's your head. If it was a head, your head won't let you go like that. The head gasket, it will not do that. And if it do, it's the first that ever did it. I hate to cut the throats in comedy. Scalp Republican is out here. Yeah, I mean, they got the money. Of course. You take the truck in there and stuff, and then they don't want to see 2,500, and they just want to speculate all this other stuff. The only thing we can do is wait, but that head gasket nonsense ain't nowhere in the world I'm going for that. The only way I can say head gasket was when you was coming back from Dallas, to the house, and you ran that truck and it got hot and you kept on running. If you did that, and even then and stuff, the truck got that engine stop and stuff. Once you get to a low amount, coolant and stuff, the truck gonna shut off by itself. So it's not even going to let you do that, and you got to be constantly doing it. Usually there, let's see, when you do a bottom end, it puts a lot of pressure on it. Yeah, it does. But again, it's not something that just goes out like that. It takes time. It takes time and stuff. And so, like I said, even with a bad head gasket, you can still run it. You can still run it until the gasket get it got to get real bad to a point to where it's got when it's getting into when the combustion is mixing in with the coolant, When that's doing that too much and stuff, and you'll know that when the kind of every time you put coolant in and stuff, it's just shooting it out. Yeah, it's just and it ain't going like I said, if it leaks, it's gonna leak on the inside. It ain't gonna leak on the outside. It ain't gonna leak on the outside because it's too sealed. Unless you got a real bad, unless you're if if your head warped real bad, and the only way that you can warp it is if you get the temperature high enough, which it ain't gonna do, because you always running coolant. You got to get it up. It's got to be up in the 250 somewhere, 260, and it got to stay there without shutting that truck off. But by then, you be done mess something else up. So what I'm saying is, it can happen, but you got to be real negligent. I mean, real negligent. It's a line. It's a line that came. Let's see. Yeah, my truck never about two. So then no. So no. You know the amount of heat, that you got to put on that block and stuff, man. I mean, you'll crack your block first. You'll crack your block before. You'll crack your block and stuff, man, before all that stuff happens. You have literal cracks on the outside. But it's a line. It's a coolant line and stuff that burst. And it just got to get replaced. And to tell you the truth, I don't even think it's that, like I said, to make it from Dallas back to Memphis, and you drove it without getting it towed, that ought to let you know something right there and stuff, that, the problem is not as bad as it is. Because if it was bad, your truck will still be in Dallas right now, or down in Mount Vernon or somewhere. It wouldn't have made it back to Memphis. That's for doggone sure. That kind of, you know what, as soon as I jump off here, I'm going to do some real heavy research on that, man. Cause that right there doesn't bother me. It has. In fact, I gotta go make some phone calls and stuff like that. So listen, fellas, I'm gonna go ahead. Jump on off here and everything. I'm gonna do another live. And stuff tonight. We're gonna do another one tonight at 7. At 7 o'clock and stuff, we're gonna go live again and stuff like. By then, I should have some kind of answers as to what's going on. But hey, you going to the truck now and stuff like that. I guess I'll catch it on YouTube stories and everything, and then we just go from there. Cause that right there, bro, that pissed me off right there. That really, that's got me mad right there. So fellas, appreciate y'all and everything. We're gonna jump on off here. This your man here. Check me out again. We're gonna go live again at 7 o'clock. Be here where we go more in depth and stuff about what's going on. So till next time. Well, I ain't gonna say till 7 o'clock. Y'all be safe. Be easy. This your man here, Rhode Island Red Rooster. I'm out.